What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Many people do not like my social commentary about the problems of Black America, and in particular, Black women or crime, things like that. And while I'm attacking the problems at its, I would say, at its root core, the big symptom of all of this is that most situations in Black America, if not all, are tied to democratic liberal thinking. Now, I am a registered Republican. I mean, I don't think that's the safety net of Black America. But beside the point, democratic policies that do not challenge African-American mentalities in most cases, do not develop Black businesses, things that the Black community can do to save itself, is a cancer in not only Black American society, but American society as a whole. And there is an article that brother sent me that talked about the 5 filthiest cities in America. Now, I want you to understand how this culminated or came about. How did they get these or this data? All right. This company, Lawn Starter, gathered publicly available data and grouped those into 4 categories. The number 1 is pollution. 2, living conditions. 3, infrastructure. And consumer satisfaction. All right. Now, out of these 5 cities I'm going to talk about today, 152 were ranked. Okay. Number 5 on the list, Jersey City. Not too far from Philadelphia. How Philly didn't make it on the list, I'm shocked. 4, Detroit. 3, San Bernardino. 2, Newark. 1, Houston. And here's what is also astonishing. 2 of those cities have Black mayors. Houston is run by Sylvester Turner, an African American. Okay. Now, I want to talk about this because when we talk about policies, and we're not even talking about crime here. Let's go to the dangerous cities in the United States. Okay. What are the most dangerous cities in America? Okay. I'm typing right now as we're talking about this. I can guarantee you, we look at some of those, they might be also in the same dirtiest cities. Detroit is one of the dangerous. All right. That was the only one. Newark, one of the dangerous. Then we can talk about the other cities. Cleveland, Milwaukee, Little Rock, Pine Bluff, Birmingham, Arkansas, Milwaukee, Cleveland. What do those cities have in common? All of them are ran by Democrats because Democrats are huge on taking money in taxation from rich people. But you know what? It's never reinvested into societies for the most part. There's no private sector development coming out of Democratic cities. Taxation is extremely high there, which is the reason why nobody wants to live in Minnesota anymore or California. Everybody is going to where? Texas. Nevada is somewhat Republican, sometimes somewhat not, depending on how people vote. But liberal policies also, especially in Black America, we're going to talk about that, they praise bad behavior. We know it. Although they have some of the most stringent jail time laws. And I mean, culturally, we know that in Black America, single moms are praised. We know it. Criminality, nobody addresses it. But one thing that Democrats never bring is solutions to the problems that black people have. There is never anything that communities come to do together to develop or to share resources or to create opportunities. The Democrats don't do that. The Democrats in black cities blame everybody all the time. Even the media does that. And then for your blaming and for your failure to solve your own problems, you don't clean up your own cities. You don't take care of your own people. Your women don't have babies by men that want to take care of them. And then you go to the government and to the state looking for money to bail you out. Instead of that money being put into the infrastructure that may bring more money to the economy and more skill sets to the economies, which is what Republicans are better at doing. Republicans have problems and Republican cities have problems, but you don't see that problem in Salt Lake City, do you? Or Boise, Idaho, do you? No. Because those cities you see are more apt to do what? Self-develop themselves, reinvest into their communities and into their families, and favorable taxes in those communities or states or cities thereof. But in black cities or in these Democratic-led cities, some of them led by blacks, they're dysfunctional. Almost like HBCUs, which are heavily Democratic based. Nobody does any work there. No reinvestment into the communities there. And I'm going to talk about this until I'm a cultural critic of the black world, not just black America, everywhere where blacks are at. If you don't reinvest into the stable men to help women, you will never have anything. If you don't reinvest into your youth that can come back and create for your community, you don't have anything. When all you invest in is rhetoric that blames the white man for everything, that blames the police for everything, and to free my N-word when little Pookie and them goes to jail, and to never solve your own problems, to never work with other black men, and then you're absolutely silent on drill music and this cancerous music and behaviors that got these young ladies out here twerking pregnant and and doing all this crazy stuff, this Glorilla lyrics and the things that really tear our communities apart. But when you're silent on that, and when the Democratic Party wants you to go out there and vote, there is Glorilla at the Democratic Black Community campaign concert, twerking it up. And while the Democratic people that say that poison, they don't live nowhere near you. They're married. Their kids going to Ivy League schools while you're over here oppressed and your community is dirty or crime infested. And then the reason why I talk so much about black women and single motherhood is because it's something that has been enabled, a policy, family value systems that have been adopted by the left. And it has hurt sisters and black people in general more than it's helped them. And we have to be foolish to understand it. Every dangerous city in black America is Democratic. Period. Period. Every black Democrat or Republican or black conservative is considered to be a sellout to black America. But the real sellouts are those who lie, those who steal, those who are the corrupt. We have them in black America. We have them in the HBCUs. They are liars. They have lied. Our people have less wealth and opportunities. Let me not use the word opportunities. Let's say less wealth than we did now. We were doing better as a community under Jim Crow. I'm not talking about individually, as a community, which most of y'all don't forget. Y'all forget about that, right? You cannot do nothing without community. Do you think you can have an individualistic attitude? You want to change Detroit? You want to change St. Louis? And all black Democrats, where's your answer for this? Where are your excuses? And whenever somebody hits you with the facts, you make all kind of lies for why you can't do anything. Coleman Young was in Detroit as the mayor from 1974 to 1994, something like that. What did Coleman Young do? Coleman Young is the worst mayor in the history of America in the city of Detroit. Terrible. I'm sorry. Awful. Detroit had 20 years of a dictatorship. An American city. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I really appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell. We're out.